Happy Friday. This is Pastor Bill from Park Place Church in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. This coming Monday is Memorial Day, or Decoration Day, as it has also been known. You know, Memorial Day celebrations began back in the late 1860s. However, it began not as a time of celebration, but as a time to solemnly remember those who had given their lives during the Civil War. And although there seems to be some differences as to where the honoring of the dead soldiers by placing flowers on the graves began, most of what I read seems to point to the southern states, as women placed flowers on the graves of the Confederate soldiers who had died in service during the Civil War. And this practice of honoring the men and the women who had given their lives during the war spread throughout our nation. And it wasn't long before people were placing flowers on the graves of all who died during the war, regardless of blue or gray, North or South, Union or Confederate. And today, although we continue to focus on those who have died in service to our country, we also extend our recognition to all of those who have served, not just those who have died. This year, as we focus on those who serve, we must expand our recognition to those who have served in a life and death battle against a warring virus, a virus which attacks those most vulnerable, a virus that attacks differently, changing its plan of attack almost as if there is a specific and unique plan for each victim. And just as there are casualties in wars between nations, there have been casualties on the front lines fighting against this coronavirus. So this year, as we celebrate Memorial Day, may we enlarge our field of focus to all who serve, whether on the battlefields or in hospitals, whether on the angry streets of our cities and towns, or the nursing homes and extended care facilities. May this time of remembrance not be for just a day or a weekend, but may it be every day. May our prayers for those who stand in the way of danger, serving as a fortress around us, be lifted to God each and every day. Now, although our usual celebrations are somewhat curtailed this year, in whatever way we plan to celebrate, with whomever we are sharing the day and weekend, may we take some time to truly remember those whom we honor on Memorial Day. Let us remember their service. Their sacrifice has cleared the road and paved the way to our celebration, to our freedom, to our health and wellness. I would like to close our time together today with these prayerful words from the Reverend Dr. Peter Marshall, chaplain of the United States Senate during the 1940s, a man whose life was depicted in both the book and movie entitled A Man Called Peter. Join me in a spirit of prayer. Our Father, with so much bitterness in the world, this poor, bleeding world stumbling from blunder to blunder, hollow with graves, hard with hate, may we who own the name of Christ shed thy love. We pray for a broader vision of the needs of all mankind and a deeper compassion to fill those needs, for planting of the seeds of concern for all humanity in our hearts, for tapping of the wells of generosity. Help us to live together as people who have been forgiven a great debt. Help us to be gentle, walk softly with one another. Help us to be understanding, lest we shall add to the world's sorrow or cause to flow one needless tear. Help us to stand for what is right, not because it may yield dividends later, but because it is right now. Help us to be as anxious that the rights of others shall be recognized as we are that our own shall be established. Help us to be as eager to forgive others as we are to seek forgiveness. Help us to know no barriers of creed or race, that our love may be like thine, a love that sees all men as thy children and our brothers. God, help us all to be ministers of mercy and ambassadors of kindness for Jesus' sake. Amen. Thank you for joining me today. Our Park Place Sunday morning worship service will be posted on Facebook and YouTube by 10 a.m. Sunday morning. And Pastor Wayne and I hope you will join us for worship. I'll see you back here again on Monday next week. May the Lord watch over you, keep you well and safe, and richly bless you and those you love. Have a good day.